Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the update to the previous event that's now part of DB's story, which features the Showdown on Namek, or final showdown with Frieza, which allows us to get a pretty handy second form Frieza. Now second form Frieza, I think personally speaking, very solid, very good. I think for me overall a really nice unit that's still useful to this day. His AoE attacks are very helpful. Aside from that, if you are a new player, this will be the first time you're seeing this event. If you are an experienced player, you will obviously get the refresh of the event. Now he drops from stage 2, his medals from stage 3, and his orbs from stage 10. He's pretty easy to farm, and we'll talk about him a little bit. There's also the addition of the new support memory, I think, which overall is very important. It's not a bad support memory, I think it's a pretty decent one, but to get it you need to meet a couple team requirements. It's pretty difficult to get all the requirements all in one team. I'll show you a team that will meet pretty much all of them except for one set of requirements, which will be on stage 8. So stage 8 requires us to have a final trump card character. We will have to make sure that we have that final trump card character completed. I think ultimately we'll have to switch him in after the fact. So roll with this team that I build, do all of the stages, and then later on you can come back, complete stage 8 with the final trump card character, and you can have a good time. Now if you're doing these stages for the first time, or we all should be, but every time you do these stages, you're going to get 2 stones per stage. So it's a pretty good event from a stone standpoint. Just talking on raw stones, it's like 24 from the stages alone, and a little bit from the missions as well. So almost half a multi from a story event, which I think is pretty good. Remember, you can put scenario on before you attempt stages, and you'll see a pretty cool revamp that they've done for the event, which makes it a little bit more cinematic and a bit more thematic. You can see the characters we're building here to kind of meet all of the requirements. Like I said, one thing we have to consider is final trump card. You don't have to use free-to-play units either, and bear in mind as well that space traveling warriors, or wicked bloodlines I should say, sorry, is a bonus category. So the more wicked bloodlines category characters you have in your team, the higher the drop rate percentage, the more rewards you're gonna get. So realistically speaking, try to have high rarity characters and things like that, so that you can benefit from that bonus, get the rewards, and just have a better drop rate, especially if you're farming the second form Frieza. It's something that's going to help you a lot, and it's something that you definitely need to have considered. As you can see, obviously we want to make sure that we have all these missions completed in as minimal team changing as possible. This just saves you time in general. Obviously you can complete this at any given time. It is a permanent event, so don't feel pressured to complete all of this immediately. However, I would say it's really cool and really good to have the second form Frieza on hand, as majority of the time he's really good and super duper helpful. So let's obviously finish the team build. Now, talking about how to get second form Frieza, I think it's very important to understand that you don't need to do too much here. Firstly, his hidden potential orbs are provided from the event, so that is on stage 10. We'll talk about that stage a little bit after we do a little bit of a time skip. But then you need copies of him, and you need his medals. Now his medals you need 5, and him you're going to need in total 19 copies. A lot of people will say, why 19 copies? Well, you need 10 to max out his first SA, you need 4 for his hidden potential, and you'll need 5 for a second copy that you'll have to Dokkan Awaken, so that you can obviously max out his super attack level after Easy A. Now because of that, you'll need to farm 10 of his medals. As you can see here, he and his medals drop from these 2 stages. But it's his orbs that are going to be the ones that you're going to need to focus on quite a bit. In terms of him as a unit, Bear in mind he also has his Extreme Z Awakening. That you can access from the Planet Namek Saga. You can access that from the Extreme Z Battle section. He was one of the last free-to-play units that received a full-on Extreme Z Battle. So there's quite a few stones there as well if you go to EZA. So overall, it's a really, really good thing, I think. And yeah, if you haven't or don't have them, definitely a unit you want. So last but not least, the orbs. So now if you go to the stage for orbs, there's only one difficulty, and there's 3 paths. If you go to the path on the left, it's small orbs, down the middle, medium orbs, to the right, large orbs. You will need around 6,500 small, 4,200 medium, about 1,600 large. Go wherever the question mark is. Question mark gives you double orbs. You also get orbs from defeating the Frieza. This will be increased from drop rate, and also if you apply bonus or Oolong or Bulla and Vegeta GT. So yeah, that's it.